Are you struggling to break free from procrastination? Maybe you're struggling with unpredictable anger or negative self-talk. What if I told you that the key to changing these things isn't what you think? I want to share a powerful truth about shame and its symptoms that can help you identify the disease so that you can treat it, thereby overcoming the real problem and getting some lasting change. So I want you to stick with me here, because this is one shift that just might uncover some powerful truths to help you change in all of these areas. But first, the world, it's a strange place. It keeps us stuck, it keeps us busy and not in the present moment. So right now, we're going to do the cosmic reset. Okay, so we're going to inhale what's real and we're going to exhale what's not. So I want you to take a moment, pause, think about anything in your life that's bothering you right now. Take a moment, the bill, the argument, the decision waiting on your desk. I just want you to get that problem and take in a deep breath. And think of a weight that's dragging you down, a bill, a fight, that thing that's made you frown. And I want you to place it inside your chest and then let it go. Perfect. All right. Now that you're present, we can talk about shame. That deceptive voice that tells us that we're not enough, that we will never be enough. It's one of the several heavy burdens that we carry, but it doesn't just weigh us down. It convinces you quietly, persistently, that growth and change, they're out of your reach. Brene Brown, who writes a lot about shame, tells us that shame corrodes the very part of us that believes that we're capable of change. Right? Shame makes change less likely, and you don't even know that it's happening. Let that sink in. Right? Strange, right? Is shame, maybe, is it the reason why we find ourselves doing things that we don't want to do? Why we avoid the things we should do? Often, shame, it works in the background. It's unnoticed. It's a program running in some underground, undescript floor of a building, diligently working, producing doubt and fear and stamping unconscious beliefs while we busy ourselves with the endless to-do lists of life. And isn't that the cruelest trick? To make us believe that we're stuck, that we're defined by our worst moments unconsciously. But listen closely to what I'm about to say. That's a lie. You're not stuck. It's a lie that you just believe through no fault of your own. But it's time. It's time for us to choose consciously to let it go. Whether you know it or not, I think somewhere deep down in you, shame controls you in one way or another, right? And if we're living an unconscious life, and that's not a terminal life sentence, we can be conscious, right? These things can be reversed if we put in the work. But awareness, it takes time. First, we act without seeing things. Then, if we have the strength to be curious, we might begin to notice patterns. And that's growth. Even when we fail, if we see it, we're still learning, we're still moving forward. And with enough compassion and persistence and courage, we can reach that moment where by the skin of our teeth, we make a different decision, right? That's what shame doesn't want you to understand. That growth is possible with awareness. That change is possible. Shame thrives by keeping us unaware. It convinces you that you can't be the man or the woman that you so desperately want to be. But that's not you. You are stronger than that. And if you're watching this, it's a sign of that. A synchronicity. You're breaking free from the limited programming of your past. You are beginning to write your own program, or at least you want to. Now, you have the opportunity. Not what he said or she said, but what you want. And you're not selfish. This isn't a selfish thing. It's just waking up. The truth is, my friend, that you are an explorer. You're bravely traversing the dark, scary woods of your mind, the deep ocean depths of that past pain, and the endless expanse of that beautiful soul of who you are. That's what remembering who you are is all about. To remember, to come back together, to reclaim the pieces that were pulled apart by your parents, teachers, television, books, anything else that limited that inner knowing that you have. That crazy feral heart that refuses to conform to the societal machine, the zombie culture. That's what remembering is all about. So I want you to remember, shame tells us that we are our mistakes. We are forced to be tied to them. That we have to act like a good little loser would. When I talk, when I walk, when I eat, when I sleep, the filter has to always be on. I have to identify as the boy who was a failure to his parents, the alcoholic, the ex-convict, or the person that can never be financially abundant, never relax, always have to hustle to get by. But again, that is a lie. You, me, we may have done some bad things, but we aren't those things without belief. And that's shame's power. That's its only power. Your endorsement, your consent. So stop. How? By being aware of it. Don't just go on unconsciously when you feel anxious. Don't avoid situations that make you feel awkward. And do the things that you think you can't as often as you can. Expose it. Show it that you are not the choices that you made, but the choices that you're making. When we bring shame into the light, when we share our struggles with those that we trust, it loses a little power. It's not about being perfect. It's about embracing those imperfections and understanding that today, not yesterday, not last week, last year, they no longer define us. That today, I choose to remember who I am and who I want to be in the future. So forget those past mistakes. You have always been and you will always be worthy. Don't believe the lie that you're your mistakes. You know, that song by Megan Woods, The Truth, I believe that song captures this so beautifully. The truth is that I am my Father's child. I make him proud and I make him smile. I was made in the image of a perfect king. He looks at me and wouldn't change a thing. The truth is that I am truly loved by a God who's good when I am not good enough. I don't belong to the lies. I belong to you, and that's the truth. So today, I encourage you to reflect on where shame may have been holding you back. What is one small step that you can take to begin consciously writing a new story? And listen to that song, right? I promise you, just listen to it and something will shift inside of you. This message, it's for you, my awakening friend. You are strong, you are aware, and you are loved. I love you.